Hey everyone, welcome back to CryptoCache. Thank you so much for joining me here. Hope you're having a great day. Congrats on anyone who took along with SUI after our analysis recently. Again, there's two possible scenarios, either breaking that potential barrier there. We have this strong resistance and or support at 87 cents and the price goes up, or it rejects off and continues to lower. Hasn't looked back ever since it came through that level. So awesome stuff. Super happy that worked out. But more importantly, what's it going to happen next? Well, we're going to draw some newer fib levels here. We're going to see roughly what this looks like for us and move forward with that. Okay. Now I do have some macro fibs up here, just so you know, from the more local low to the more local high. And now that we've broken this descending trend line, we can essentially create new fib levels and kind of see how much higher or lower it will go, depending on how much further up or down it decides it wants to do. Okay, so we'll take a look at that. If you're new to the channel, welcome on board. Thanks again so much for joining me here. If you do want to become a better trader, keep in mind CryptoCache.tech is a site, link down below. We've got a lot of new traders, so please read through our signals guide. It's available in our Discord and of course the website. Trade alerts are also there to kind of give you perspective on coins I'm planning to take trades with. And congrats to our community members here for some nice profits on AVAX, good 41% there. Healthy profit. That was mainly the only trade we've taken this week, minus a Solana short that's currently in profit. So at this point, SUI, truth is, we actually had some solid profits from SUI. There we go, 38% from SUI here recently on a short. Hindsight, really wishing I'd opened along, but that's how hindsight is, right? It's always perfect. So at this point, why don't we find out what's going to happen with liquidation and move on from there, and then quickly analyze kind of the charts and see what's up. When I look at liquidation, folks, I just like to look for areas of concentration just to kind of give us perspective on where the price might go. You got to keep in mind liquidation is usually accumulating at key level supports or resistances. So there's that as well. It doesn't just mean that there's liquidation, the price goes right to that level. Okay, but we do see some late shorts here at $1, just got destroyed. 105 is the next area. So if the price does continue pumping higher, 105 we should see some resistance in that range. We can see the local high here at about 112. That was the most recent high on August 12th. So it's easy to remember 112 on the 12th. We can see that that is another area of concentration for liquidation. There's about $1 billion at 114. Okay? Just know there's a lot more liquidation below the price action, kind of giving us indication that there could be potential further downside from here. But I think that's less likely considering this amount of support we have with not only the point of control at 85 cents, but this more local high/low that's previously and historically been pretty strong at 87. So if the price does pull back, 87 would be an awesome place to consider getting in. Again, hindsight's 2020, right? So let's take a quick look here at the SMAs on the daily and work our way down. And if we look at the SMAs here, again, we've been mostly bullish this whole time, mainly because we're over both SMAs, the 20 and the 50. Now, granted, we shorted into this and we took some good profits. So the truth is you don't just take a long or a short because you're above or below that level. But it is a good foundation, a good place to know that moving forward, the price is more likely to go up and stabilize and not come any lower than that 85 to 80 cent range. Okay, we take a look here at the SMAs, the RSI. We can see RSI is well over 50. Awesome shift in momentum there. We can see stochastic trying to swing up and MFI holding strong with MACD. No divergence. Look at this here. This is a convergence. This is a what I call MACDFU. So MACD FU in your face, and anyone who's trying to short into that. So I call it that mainly because there's a lot of reasons why the convergence should work. But there's oftentimes points in which the market will be like, no, this isn't going to happen. We're just going to go ahead and defy the laws of trading and go the opposite direction. So take a look here at the 4 hour. We can kind of see that with these Fibonacci retracement levels, we rejected perfectly off 0.618. Okay, so $1 is that new resistance. It makes sense because $1 is a key level that we're going to see consistent in most trading. In other words, anytime you have a very large round number, those areas are commonly either retraced to or essentially bounced off of. In this case here, that makes sense. So what we could very well see, this could be the beginning of like a cup and handle pattern where the price pulls back to the 0.5 or 0.382 fib levels. A lot of times what you want to look for is like a descending type of channel and then consider buying at the next key level support. Usually it's going to be the more recent high as the new low. So my money here is on 92 cents being somewhat of a support range. So I'm just going to go ahead and add alert there for later, just in case for S&Gs, see if that happens. It may never happen, folks, but again, I prefer to buy dips like that than just any old random dip because it's a dip, okay? But when we look here, the likelihood of seeing that price point is fairly low considering we are over 70 in the RSI. We've broken through a key level resistance. We can see stochastic starting to max out. So of course, there's a chunk of momentum here, a good amount, but it's maybe starting to slow down here soon. But with the MACD converging, there's a lot of reasons why there's no reason to short into this coin. We got every single moving average below the price action, and it's looking very solid, okay? So that's looking good. How about the hourly? What are we looking at here? Well, we take a quick look at the Ichimoku cloud. We can confirm we're over the cloud, lagging spans free and clear, and conversion lines over the baseline. There's never going to be a situation where the price is pumping like this and we're still below the cloud. It's rare, okay? So the whole point of this is that this 0.382 fib level, you can see this here. I might have to zoom in. This is right where the cloud is consolidating, or at least the upper lead is kind of starting off there. That really gives us firm indication that this 92 cent range is a pretty solid support. So the price does end up pulling back. My money is on taking entry at that level. Okay, so I'm gonna just pull up my alert to this like 92.5, 92.5. If I get notified, I'll take a look. I'll reevaluate and see if it's worth getting in. But again, this local high should work as the new low. That's generally how it's supposed to work out. So I honestly like what I see here so far. SUI looks very, very strong. I think we're probably going to be range bound between 92 and $1 for the immediate foreseeable future. If it does break $1, we'll have to reevaluate and kind of see what's next. Keep in mind there's upper levels of liquidation up here. But for the most part right now, solid situation here. I would not recommend shorting this coin. This is a coin you want to probably consider more so leaning towards going up than down. But me just being a patient trader, I'm going to wait for an opportunity that may never happen at 92.5, 93 cents versus taking a long right now just because I don't like buying the top. But there's still a distinct probability the price could continue to run. However, this is a bit of an overextension and you need to recognize that a pullback soon would make sense because we're overextended leading into this descending trend line at 88 and it hasn't retraced at all. So it's pretty much been on a tear for the last 24 hours straight. There's a good chance we'll see some kind of pullback soon. Okay. All right, folks. Hope that makes sense. Thanks again so much for watching. Hope you can learn as much as you can while you're watching these videos. Future reference too, if you are part of my my Discord, make sure you read through or watch my university videos. Don't waste that knowledge. It's good stuff that I've kind of I'd like to impart to you. It's all available there, so check that out. Obviously, CryptoCache.tech is where you can register. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out. We'll see you next one. Have yourself a great rest of your day. Take care.